Forgot finale. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Okay. Now that I have fixed my error on Twitter, here we are again. For the last time with the future tetralogy. And we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Hey Lifeblood, how's it going? Welcome. We have got the game booted up. Matter of fact, I'll go like this. And just get that out of the way real quick. And then we will continue, as I said, in just a couple minutes. Finish the game up. I need to update my time plan, or whatever it's called in English. Is it still saying it's daylight savings on my channel, or what's the 411? I don't know. I'll have to take a look at my settings when I'm done. Because daylight savings ended officially at 2 a.m. today in the United States. So maybe it still has it listed, like maybe Twitch does it internationally. I don't know how they do it, but it's supposed to be at the same, it's supposed to be synchronized. The time's supposed to be synchronized properly. So I'll check the settings when I'm done and see what Twitch says. I want to see when my next stream is. I'll just check the schedule tab. It's if you go to the channel itself and you click the schedule tab, it'll show you when the next one is. I listed all of those, I think, yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did that yesterday. What am I doing? I can look. Hang on. I'll look for you. What does my thing say if I go here and here? I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing Thursday, November 11th and Saturday, November 13th on my schedule with actual streams listed on there. So I don't know if it's me or if it's you or what it might be, but it's, for me, I can see my next two streams. So I don't know if it's just different for yours or what, but I can see mine, and I think they're at the right time. Let me see. Go back again. That says, yeah, those are listed at the correct times, which is 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know what the disconnect is, Lifeblood, but hopefully whatever it is, it gets resolved on Twitch's end, if it is on Twitch's end, in the next short period of time, because I'd like people to be able to see my schedule, especially when I update it properly. Some days I don't update it properly. So, alright, let's get started. Excuse me. I'll tell you what, I have been ahead of my productivity today. I managed to shave, I managed to cut my nails, I managed to take care of an appointment that I had to keep with my brother. If I continue with this line of productivity, then we will finish this game up today, and that should be all good to go. But in order for us to do that, we have to get moving. So that's what we'll do. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to, most likely, the finale of Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, the Stream Edition. Last time, we made it to Planet Thram after trying to stop Vendra and Neftin from summoning Mr. I and the rest of the Nethers into our dimension, and we failed, but Neftin realized the error of his ways and now wants to save his sister and also save the universe, and the best way to do both of those things is to steal the Dimensionator from planet Igliak, and we're going to go do that. But first, we have a few other side objectives to take care of. We have 21 more horns to find, we have to unlock that vault, we have to win the Gold Cup at Planet Crag. So I am going to go do the Gold Cup next, because that will get us access to the treasure mapper, and that'll allow me to come back to this planet, finish finding all the horns, because they'll all be on the map, as well as the other Rhino holoplan. And then once we're done with that, we'll go to Igliak, we'll steal the Dimensionator, we'll find the Rhino plans that are over there, then we'll come back here, we'll turn it in, and we'll turn it into a weapon, and then we'll beat the game. Sound good? Hopefully, because that's what we're going to go do. Here's where we're supposed to go, outside of the Zarkov sector, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. Let's go back to Destructapalooza and see if we can't put some bullets between the eyes of a few thugs and win some bolts and some cool stuff in the Gold Cup. Maybe I did update and you just didn't notice. That's okay, Lifeblood, no problem. As long as we're all on the same page, that's the part that I want to make sure that it's not like some sort of weird disconnect on Twitch's end that's causing some people to be able to see it and some people to not. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, Ratchet found out the truth about the Nethers and has made a deal with a monkey. Well, that was more like Up Your Arsenal, but we did make a deal with a monkey in Up Your Arsenal. You keep Quark busy, Scrunch, and then we won't have as much work to do. But that was a while ago at this point. We haven't played Up Your Arsenal in, what's it been, like 2 years at this point? Something like that.
Yeah. We'll go upstairs and get some lunch.
Okay. Go get yourself some lunch. I'm gonna go get some carnage at the arena.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to hit that guy one last time for good measure. He's my good luck charm, you see. Did they put the new armor in yet? They did. Okay, cool. Because that's what I want. We want to get the new armor to Arachnoid armor, and this is the final purchase that I actually have to make in the game. This will reduce the damage that we take by an additional 15%. So that should help us out a little bit with this tournament and with everything that we do after this. So let's buy it, equip it, and off we'll go. How many crocodile, alligators, whatever, how many thugs out of the arena? I saw 2 that I recall off the top of my head when I was watching that just now, but there could have been more. 2 that I saw on the actual camera angle that they showed us, but there might have been more. So maybe they were testing the Mangler for when I got here. Anyway, we got the Gold Cup, and the first round of the Gold Cup is Doom Canyon. Grab your hover boots and take on Doom Canyon, the thug's personal death course. To win, reach the Hill of Horrors, activate the Bolt Crank of Pain, and arrive safely at the Platform of Salvation, all while thugs try to murder you. Sounds like fun. We get a gold bolt, 5,000 regular bolts, and 2 raritanium for beating this. And we need quite a bit of raritanium yet in order to fully upgrade our weapons. So I have a method of getting some more in a very short period of time on the last planet, but first we're going to have to get through all this stuff, so let's just grab any free raritanium we can get while we're at it. I'm going to pull out the Terrorizer, because that will actually come in pretty handy on this course for us. So you lose your momentum, by the way, if you hit a wall, so try not to do that if you can. Don't even worry about the thugs, they're not really all that important. Just go around the walls, and that's the important part right now. See, there's the loss of momentum right there. So try not to do that. And if you do that, don't worry about it too much. Just go over top and try to recover as best you can. You know, like that. I'm a-trying. There we go. You guys deal with that. I don't feel like dealing with you, so I'm just going to turn this while you have fun with me, Terrorizer. Let's find out. Alright, let's see. Go like that. Oops. Get out of my fucking way! I'm gonna miss this by, like, nothing. never mind. I'm not going to miss this. I was going to say, I'm going to miss this because the guy wouldn't get out of my way because I was in the middle of a jump trying to get over him, but I probably should not have done that. I probably should have just whacked him with my wrench and then been on my way. But it all works, so I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, you don't even have to worry about the thugs right there. You can just toss out a terrorizer and it takes care of the problem for you. So the problem there is basically just make sure that they aren't distracting you while you're turning the bolt crank, so... Okay, Precision Shooter, round 2. Use the temporal repulsor to blast enemies back into the Mangler. You have to blast 30 enemies into the Mangler in 1 minute and 45 seconds, and we'll get 7,000 bolts and 2 raritanium if we do it. So this should be fun. They actually replace your temporal repulsor with a level 1 version for this particular challenge. And the reason why they do that is because, well, you may not have actually bought a temporal repulsor, so they wanted to give you one that they know doesn't have the quantum effect on it. So, because if you blast them from out here with the quantum effect, you're not going to hit the Mangler because it's going to slow them down before they get there, so... But yeah, just generally try to shoot towards the center, and you should be in okay shape. Oops. Like that. I'm gonna go over here and let them chase me a little. There we go. I think Legend difficulty actually affects enemy aggression a little bit in this one as well, because they're being more aggressive at this moment than they normally are, as you can plainly see. They're kind of coming in from the side, which of course is going to make it a little harder for me to blast them directly into the Mangler. Alright, let's see what we can do. Because see how they're coming in from the side like that? It forces me to shoot them to the side instead of actually shooting them into the Mangler. So, ooh, that's not good. Backed up a little too far. That's okay. Let's try again. Again. Yeah, the little guys, not too hard to get into the Mangler. The bigger guys, because they're not coming at you at a direct angle like that, it's a little bit harder.
Whoa, that was disgusting.
I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, just generally try to line them up. That's the point. Try to line them up so they go center mass into the Mangler, because if you do that, well, you take less damage, ideally. Don't worry about it if you have to shoot them from a little bit farther away. That's okay. It's as long as they hit the Mangler, that's the important part. If they don't hit the Mangler, well, you're wasting time and wasting precious resources. Bodies, in this particular case, are your resources, so maybe be careful with those. I keep almost going into the lava because they keep coming at me at an angle. So I gotta get 10. Oh, that's 3, so that helps. Can't believe you have a line for that. Alright, 10 seconds. 3 bodies, 2 bodies, 1 body. Come here. There. Done. Not too bad. Yeah, normal day in Ratchet's life. Just, you know, getting murdered by thugs and running around like a crazy person, shooting them on center mass. They called Ratchet cute. You don't know what to think of that. Probably not endearing. That's probably just them being facetious. Revenge of the Thugs. A few of the thugs from the Nebulox raid heard you entered the competition and are looking to finish the job. Oh, they've made a mistake. Take them on, both in the sky and on the ground. Okay. And off we go. Alright, so now, obviously, Zircon family works pretty good here. Quantum Repulsor works pretty good, because it has that large AoE to it, so... But the Zircons do pretty well for themselves in this one, because the Flying Thugs don't really have a whole lot of... don't really have a whole lot of nanotech, so... Or a whole lot of health, I should say. I don't know if they use nanotech, to be honest.
This is Zircon.
Okay, there goes those guys. Gonna recharge. You keep getting your allowance then, Lil Zircon. Yeah, generally just blast away. Let the quantum part do the rest, and then let the Zircons finish the job. We'll be good once they respawn them. Apparently I'm killing them too quickly because they're not respawning quick enough.
This is our 4th nomination in as many years. Pat yourselves on the back, thugs. We couldn't have done it without murdering the competition. Literally.
I guess that figures. But yeah, the Zircons pretty well do that for you because, well, they can hit anywhere around you. You can only see what's directly in front of you, so yeah. Natural lava that's very eco-friendly, absolutely, yeah. I think they make a mention of that it is eco-friendly in one of the announcements. They might have just done that just now, and I just didn't even register it while I was busy flying around. Alright, 4th round, Wrench-O-Rama. Defeat waves of enemies with only the Omni Wrench and earn extra time for each kill. So you only have 20 seconds to start with, and you have to beat 55 enemies. But every time you kill an enemy, you'll get a little bit of extra time with your wrench, so... And I don't think you can actually pull a weapon out for this one, so I guess we'll just use the wrench. That's fine. Just let him come to me. Hit him with a 1-2. There we go. That's close enough to the 1-2. Yeah, it gets you a couple of seconds depending on what you kill. I think if you kill, like, something bigger, it gives you a little more time, but I'm not 100% sure about that, so... I don't even actually remember if there are thugs that you can kill in this one. Like, if they come out later. Okay, there is. There we go. Looks like they take 3 hits. Or 4. 4. They take 4 hits. That'll work. Got a few of them there. I get you, but get in the lava because I don't have time to deal with your shit. Your Hyper Strike, which is the top-down attack that you do when jumping, that actually deals 2 damage, so it will make it a little easier, obviously, to kill things that way. Or just go directly underneath them, that's fine. Alright, now we just gotta live. So. Don't know what the ant is in the background, but, I mean, I killed enough of them, so. Hey, where do you think you got that info? Oh, okay, gotcha. So they must have said it and I just didn't register it. Hey, Lombax, it's very likely the first and last Lombax you'll ever see. Yeah, I would assume that he's saying that because the thugs... Like, it's supposed to be some sort of continuity thing with the fact that the thugs were in Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I think. But, I don't know, it's just weird to me because it's like, this is an entirely different galaxy. And why would he bring the people from Bogon all the way over here? You know? So I don't know. I don't know what the point of it is, I guess. But whatever. Return of the Mangler. Bigger, badder, manglier. Go toe-to-toe with the baddest death machine ever constructed. But if we win, we get the last Rhino 7 holoplan here, 13,000 bolts, and 2 more raritanium. Cool. I will take it. That is going to definitely buzz me if I don't jump over it immediately. So now, not only does it do the this fire line, it also has the pulse that it does, so that's fun. For me personally, the way that I do this one is I just run around with the Zircons and terrorize her out, and that usually does enough for my purposes. That's cool. You guys go out and kill something, then.
Looks like it's charging up for a proton pulse.
Sir, you're a little late on that. The proton pulse was a while ago. Yeah, just toss out a terrorizer. Toss the Zircons out, and you're probably in good shape. And don't get nailed by the proton pulse just like I did. Like that. How? I'm just taking extra damage for no reason here.
And you wouldn't smell that. It's like burnt cat.
I was wondering why my damage output was gone, because the Zircons were gone. Because I didn't fully upgrade them yet, so they don't have all their time left. It's alright, bring them into the picture. They deserve some love and treatment as well, especially considering they're, you know, the reason why I won, so.
You're almost there. Just
Yeah, the baddest, probably literally. Nice. And we're not that far off. There's one more piece of the plan on planet Thram for us to go get, and then there's 2 on Igliak, so once we go get those, we'll be in good shape. But for now, we gotta beat the final battle in the Gold Cup. The bigger they are. The thugs have constructed the Progbot for their training exercises. Defeat Neftin's robotic double and take home the cup. So if you beat Neftin, you can probably beat this one without too many problems. Just use the same tactics you did before. And if you win, you'll get the treasure mapper so you can see all the treasure on the map. 20,000 more bolts. We will practically have recovered all the bolts that we had, if not a little more so than when we bought that armor. And also 7 raritanium, which is a nice find. That'll come in pretty handy for upgrading the Nightmare Box, so we'll go do that. Why is he called the Progbot? I have no idea, but he's got Neftin's Scorpion Flail, so I'm already upset with him. So let's pop one of these out. He has the same exact strengths and weaknesses that Neftin did, which is mainly that he takes incredibly large amounts of damage from the fusion bomb, the Terrorizer messes him up, and yeah, it's not really, there's not really much going on here. That's the point, so I'll just do everything we've been doing. It's probably a good idea because, again, if I had known there was no job, I don't think I would have come here today. I figured the job was the... what the hell's going on here? Okay. He's just buzzing me, trying to buzz me. If I'd known there was no job, I wouldn't even have been here today. I would like the treasure mapper, though, so I guess that's good enough. Gotta wait for the HP bar to disappear, by the way. For Krunk Zephyr! I have beaten him. And there we go. Good work, everybody. The Terrorizer can't be in the picture for this one, but honorable mention. And we've won. And there you go. There's our treasure mapper. So now we can see all the treasures on our map. And we got a bunch of raritanium that we can use to upgrade after this, too. That's it for Destructipalooza. We are all done with everything we can do here, and yeah, we've got a little bit more bolts than we had when we started. That's just great. We also have 22 raritanium now, so that'll come in pretty handy. Let's take it directly to our Nightmare Box and see how much we can do here. These other upgrades that are on the Nightmare Box, I'm not really as enthusiastic about. They're not really all that great. Oh, I did upgrade you guys all the way. Okay, maybe you just blew up. It's fine. And I'll show you why as we go here. So let's just get their Terror Amplifier, more health, all of it will come in handy. The Pyrocitic Boost will come in handy. That's 9. Okay, so this will get fully upgraded. And that gets us... okay, so that one's pretty good, actually. The Pyrocitic Distillation. The Ghoul's Pyrocitic Core is a higher level of concentration and deals more damage to enemies. So just more damage, and that's just great. This one, I think, is the one that I'm not particularly enthusiastic about, if I remember right. But let's just check it out and find out. Yes, this one. So you can deploy 2 ghouls at once now once you get the ghoul army upgrade. It's okay. I mean, it lets you distract enemies over a very wide swath of area, but I don't really particularly bother. Usually 1 is enough, especially against, like, some of the later challenges we're going to be fighting on the next planet when we go to Igliak, so usually just the 1 is enough. So, yeah, that one's not really all that necessary, but I guess it's an extra little bit of help if you need it, so... Alright, now, I could get that upgrade down at the bottom for the dual Omni Blasters with the 4 that I've got, or I could get it up to 60 ammo finally. 2, 3, 4. I think I'll get it up to 60 ammo finally. There we go. And we'll just keep upgrading this as we go. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think 21 is what we have left to fully upgrade the thing, if I did my math correctly there. It's possible. Yeah, why is it called the Progbot? I got no idea. Multiple turrets is pretty good. That's true. It can be useful in some situations, but again, usually I find just one to be enough, especially with the Zircons out on the field as well helping you. Usually one is enough. But yeah, if you need to, you can have two. So I guess just the option of having two is enough to be useful, you know? So, but yeah, so basically, by the time we're done here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we already have enough gold bolts to buy all the Omega weapons I could ever want in the post-game if I was to play New Game Plus, but I don't think I'm going to do that, for one. And for another, that's why we're at close to 100% completion. We won't be at 100% completion for the game, but it really doesn't take much else to finish it now because, well, you've got the treasure mapper, you've got the hover boots. You can pretty much just move all over the map that you need to go to get any of the remaining gold bolts, so... From what I understand, they are pretty well hidden, though. So, in other spots. So I guess keep your eyes open. So basically, yeah, if the Terrorizer wasn't OP enough already, now you can have 2 of them. Which is also pretty OP. Alright, we're back. Once we're done here, we will carry out our plan to steal the Dimensionator from a museum that we probably partially work for, because we work for a task force in charge of, that is overseen by the government on planet Igliak, so... yeah. Okay, so yes, as you can see, the treasure mapper now shows us where all the other pieces, the Gargathon horns are, that is, so we can go out and take a look for them. There's quite a few still over on the little section past the waterfall over there, so we can go check those out. The ones that are just hovering out there are Gargathons that are out in midair, nowhere near any platforms, so you'll have to use the jetpack to get them. And then there's some back here by Neftin's hideout along with a holoplan, and there's also one over there that I guess we'll go check out right now. So let's go grab our ourselves some fuel, and then we'll head out that way, and then we'll come back around for the waterfall or something after that. Actually, I think I'll go to Neftin's place first, because I mean I'm already halfway there, so. Really don't see your complaint about that upgrade being bad. It's not that it's bad. I wouldn't... If I said bad, let me retract my statement. I wouldn't call it bad. I would just call it unnecessary. Like I said, I usually don't need to. I mean, I guess if you need to, you have to. More power to you, but... yeah, I usually don't need to, so... yeah, so I wouldn't say it's bad as much as I would say it's unnecessary. So, ooh, rare titanium clusters. Nice. I'll take those. Extra for my collection. Let's see. Still don't see it. Well, different strokes for different folks. I mean, if you want to use 2 terrorizers. You've seen me fight the enemies in this game, and I mean, I suppose 2 terrorizers would just cause me to kill things even faster, so... I suppose it's not bad if you're killing things faster. Because they can't kill you if you kill them first. Alright, let's hit that guy up. Let's do this. I'm gonna hit some solid ground, actually. And let him come to me like that. And then, we'll go. Just toss out some pyrocytic bombs. Ideally not run into the acid that he just used, and there we'll go. What do I need you for, little guy?
Ooh, another set of horns. Good going.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what we need that guy for. Let's take a look around and see what we've got. Looks like that's it for the horns out here, but there's also a hollow plan. somewhere out here. So let's go check it out. Maybe it's underneath this little section here. Yes, it is. I can see the platform. And here's our other plan for the Rhino 7. We're getting there. Right, so now all we gotta do is get the hell out of here. I don't know what you'd do out here if you were low on jetpack fuel. Probably wouldn't end well for you, though. Which way am I going here? This is the correct way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that little guy's used for. He's probably used to unlock something, but I don't particularly know or care, for that matter, what it is. It might be for a gold bolt, for all I know. So, I don't know. But let's go get a little more fuel. And then, I think I want to go this way first, because there's that one that's still out this way, right? Yeah, okay. And that's 3, because that's a Gargathon flying around out there, so then that'll be 48. Between those guys, so probably there's 3 Gargathons and 3 spots, so 4 Gargathons total, including the one that's over here. Am I gonna hit the electric fence here? Apparently I'm not, so that's fine. Alright, this guy is still a ways away, right? Yeah, he's off in that direction. Okay, so let's head off this way and we'll see if we can find him. Oh, I see him. He's sticking out of the ground right there. I just didn't hit him up the last time I was over here. That's fine. That's what the treasure mapper's used for, after all. It's used to ensure that you can find things that you may not have found previously. I also like how little Zircon reacts to the Terrorizer as well. Like, they seem to react to the different weapons that you have as well as, you know, interacting with one another, which is, it's nice. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to use the Zircon family in this one, because their lines are not just like... In a Kraken time, their lines kind of overpower other NPCs when they're talking, but in this one, there aren't a whole lot of other NPCs that'll directly talk to you while you're doing this stuff. So, they kind of fill the empty space, I suppose. They fill the void while you're out and about here. Just hanging around in the jungle. Gathering up treasure. Alright. Let's go over here. Grab some more fuel. And then... I think that's where the waterfall is, out that way. The one that leads out of here, so... head this way. Nope, I went too far. It's over here. Yep, that's what I was looking for, is this big mechanical archway type of a dealie, and that leads to the waterfall, which is right there. Not much of a waterfall, but it's a landmark, and that's how I can tell my way around out here. So, I don't know if this guy comes down, but I guess I'm going to try to shoot him right now. Okay, he'll come down now, ideally. If he doesn't, I suppose I'm going to be flying up to him. Yeah, I'm flying up to him. That's fine.
Ratchet, come in. One of our Polaris satellites just spotted that creature in the Cerulean sector. It's already destroyed 6 watch posts.
Oh, that's a problem. Alright, well, hang tough there, Talwyn. I'll be there soon enough. I don't think that's a good idea.
Don't. Head back to Meridian City and call a state of emergency. Have everyone seal themselves into their homes. I'm working on a plan.
What plan?
I'll tell you in a little while when I figure it out myself.
Progress. We'll be in touch.
But yeah, so they'll give you the objective if you haven't been following along with it recently. Oh god, hang on. How about you get the hell out of here before you blow up on me? There we go. Ooh, I see a Gargathon. Oop, I also see a few of these guys, which I don't want to deal with. This will work right here. I need more Zircons. I'll go get them out in a minute. And then, let's see. Lecture Nanotech. We're almost at 90 now, which will actually be pretty good for the end game there. So, Single-handedly make a species go extinct. Yeah, something like that. It's not really abnormal for the Ratchet & Clank series, though. We've, I don't know if we've made species go extinct, but we have severely limited their numbers in a lot of cases, so... horn out there. Is that it? Just that and... Oh, there's two of them. I was going to say, wait a minute, there's got to be more than that. Alright, the horn's got to be around here somewhere, because I think that's what I looked at on my map. What does my map say? It's directly in front of me over there. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Makes sense. I ain't got time for y'all, so I'm getting the hell out of here. So yeah, these battles will be engaged in midair, so... if you want to use the dual Omni Blasters, you can. They have a pretty good accuracy from midair. They're not exactly powerful, but, I mean, combined with the Zircons, they do pretty good damage. As you can see with the charge shots and everything, so... You can kind of feather the button and tank. And get some maximum nanotech, and some Raritanium. And some dual Omni Blasters ammo. Nice. A little bit of everything, by the looks of it. I should probably actually go refuel before engaging that guy. Fueling station over here. Okay. And then, once we refuel, we'll engage this guy, we'll get the last of the horns, and then we're in good shape. I think I'm just going to use the fusion bomb for this part, because that should do pretty good damage to him.
Okay, Mr. Zircon is bored with Furball.
Well, then have some fun with this guy if you're bored with me. I didn't hoop dreams that one. Oh, it blew up anyway, and still got him. Cool. And that's it. We've got all the Gargathon horns. We got some Raritanium out of the matter. We're only a little bit off now, finishing off the... What's it called? Finishing off the Raritanium upgrades for the dual Omni Blasters, so not too far left. I'm not even going to dignify saying that word there, Lifeblood. I apologize. It's not really something that I try to keep in my vernacular. I mean, I suppose I could have just landed on the branch there and then engaged him from there, but to me it wasn't worth it. Okay, so let's get the upgrades that I'm already partially done with. That. Kinetic Pulse. Your Omni Blaster shots will launch enemies into the air. Okay, that's a little strange, but sure, I'll take it. Bit of an odd choice for a pistol weapon, but that's fine. Ammo drop. Increase the amount of ammo you get from crates. Probably increases it to, 20. You get 20 from a crate now. Wow. That's pretty good. Let's see. So, I guess we'll just do this to get the extra ammo.
Like a whole new weapon,
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more Raritanium, and then we are done with all the weapons that we have in our arsenal. Cool. Where's the smuggler at? Oh, he's over by the vault, right? Yeah, there he is. Like, wait a minute.
I knew this would be a beneficial business arrangement.
Alright, and there we go. So we got a little bit extra cash out of him. We got the last key. And now let's let the plumber out.
Well, looky here. Cash and prizes.
And for letting him out, you get an extra around 20,000 bolts. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, friend. You deserve some sort of reward for rescuing me. How about I build you a Rhino 7 super weapon?
Long as you don't give the plans to the smuggler, that sounds like a good idea.
And I'll have you saving the galaxy in no time. The plans should be scattered throughout the sector.
Sounds good. Alright, so yeah, we've got 7 out of 9 plans. We just need to get 2 more. And then we can bring him back here to the plumber, and he can hook us up with a super weapon. Sounds like a plan. We haven't used it at all throughout the entirety of the series, since I played All for One nearly 10 years ago. So, yeah, I think I would like that, thank you. But that's it. We're done with everything except for getting the Rhino and getting the other gold bolts on these other planets. So, Instead of doing that for right now, we have to go to Planet Igliak because there's 2 more hollow plans on Igliak, and one of them is in the almost final battle, so we'll be pretty close to the end before we get the Rhino. Unfortunately, you can't really use it for much except the final boss fight, but it's okay. Landing on a branch he wants. I forgot he's Mr. Super Careful, my bad. Oh, I try to be. I try to be careful where I can because, I mean, I could have just run out of fuel and died, I suppose. That would have been pretty funny, but would have wasted time. I'm on a time budget here. I have to make sure I get to this planet because it's going to take an hour and 15 minutes to beat. Not that that matters too much because we still won't even hit 2 hours at that point. But, you know. Alright, home sweet home. Meridian City. I'm on the road and it led me here. Well, I recognize Nefarious in the poster, but who the hell's that guy on the other side? That organic
There's
Nefarious?
Tal. Come on. We gotta get into that museum and steal the Dimensionator.
And maybe don't say that directly within earshot of her.
Welcome back,
Let's
Slick.
see. Okay, we got nothing left to do here. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. He doesn't seem like all that, though. Doesn't seem all that important. Maybe we'll find out when we go into the museum here. Because there is a museum. Okay, I guess I'll get the boxes after I talk to Talwyn. That's fine. That was loud. Hi there. Sorry about Krunk and Zephyr.
I keep waiting to hear Krunk snoring or Zephyr yell at him for not taping his soap opera.
I don't know why the audio compression in this scene is so weird.
Frogs will answer for their crimes.
But you
I've
can
been trying to
directly
shut
hear
down
some,
the
like,
security system, but
reverb on the
Captain
back of
Quark
their
forgot the code.
mics in this
I'll
one.
take care of it. You just tap into the hollow feed and tell us where to go.
Because I got the info bots, and off we'll go. Alright, Talwyn, hang out. I will be back. Did I mention that there was a museum? I don't know if I did, but the game definitely did, so. If I didn't, the game had my back. Oops. Sorry, little guy. I'm trying to get these boxes. I'm not trying to fling you all over the place. So. That is thrill, action, and everything a viewer wants, so go make it actionful. Fair enough. I will see what I can do. Oop. Hang out, little guy. I gotta deal with these guys. We don't need to upgrade anything, so I'll just let the Zircons go to town in here.
Let us begin.
Alright, so yes, we get an actual tour through the museum here, thanks to this info bot that we have. You're not normally supposed to have them on the end of your wrench here, but yeah, we have him escorting, helping us escort, so. This hall here talks about all of the morphing animals that you can get throughout the games, well, specifically throughout the Future series. I believe that one is from Full Frontal Assault. The pigs were from All for One, and so were the dinosaurs, if I remember right. The jackalopes, I'm not sure, but excuse me, I think they were somewhere around here. But yeah, you need this guy in order to open up these doors, as you can see here. You have to have him on your wrench in order to open them up.
Now, so I can monitor your progress. Head to the Lombax history wing.
Okay, that's where we'll go then. I said it 2 times in one sentence after the game said it. Okay, good. At least I know there's some redundancy there, so no one forgets about it.
Welcome, patrons, to the old pirate code. This wing of the museum celebrates Captain Slag, a vile space pirate who plundered his way across Polaris. Slag has since retired from his life of crime, and now lives as a semi-professional beatboxer in Stratus City.
Oh, okay, well, good for him. I wonder if he ever got his body back. Yeah, the museum has all of these info sections for the journey that you've taken across the future tetralogy, so you'll get a little bit of extra info about what they've done and where they are now.
This is the Kirchu exhibit. These furry creatures may seem adorable, but they are fiercely territorial and prone to bouts of rage when they feel their land is in danger.
That would explain why I was having so much trouble with them in Kirchu City.
The universe is allergic to them. This, along with their temperament, makes petting one a highly risky proposition.
Sure, but you know someone tried to do that anyway. Everybody likes petting exotic animals, even if it's really, really ill-advised. He what? He made something out of himself.
Valley exhibit. It was here Commander Argos, the Butcher of Bernelius, was defeated by Fungoid Chief Zon Gribnak and two mysterious heroes.
Gee, I wonder who that was. Oh, this exhibit's gonna suck.
This exhibit celebrates two of the galaxy's greatest warbots, Kronk and Zephyr. They fought in a combined 6,132 battles.
Damn.
Most notable being the fight against Emperor Tachyon.
That was a pretty big battle.
For the Polaris Defense Force.
Warning. Historical discrepancy detected. Updating records for Docent 427.
Oh dear. My mistake. They are dead. Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, I'll say. Oh boy. Rippin' dead, Krunk and Zephyr, you will be missed.
Gelatonium is a natural occurring fuel source used to power the vessels and cities of the Polaris galaxy. A multi-stage refining process produces these gelatinous cubes that refinery workers have found irresistibly fun to bounce on.
It was pretty fun bouncing on that stuff.
With the use of tomboys, robots who eat gelatonium whenever such silly behavior is detected.
Ah, so that's why those guys were always eating my gel, because they're anti-union workers. That sucks. No solidarity with these guys.
The sages of Polaris, Terrachnoids, provide tech support for the entire galaxy. We're not belittling their inferior customers. Terrachnoids use their supreme brain power to deduce riddles of the universe, like chaos theory, the trillionth digit of pi, or how to answer the question, you're kinda cute. Do you want to go out with me?
They still haven't gotten back to us on that last one. Probably because they can't get no game! Let's see. I think I actually need to go back. Yeah, I do need to go back, I think. Or no, I need to get the laser grid out, so hang out here, Mr. Infobot. I'll be back after I mess that up. Damn. Gotta get rid of the laser grid so we can get this grab tether going, so that's what we'll do. What happens if I... Oh, okay. It just lets him go. That's cool. But yeah, we can't get through the door directly because there's no Infobot lock, so I guess we gotta go this way. We are going for a ride. I'm taking the family out, Mr. Zircon. I hope you don't mind. I'm sure there's a free lunch in it for you somewhere along the way. Yeah, we gotta unlock this door in order to get through, so that's what we'll do.
Mr. Zircon does not require bolts. His currency is paid.
I just think it's kind of fun that you get to just take the family out for a day trip if you upgrade the Zircons, because they just hang around the entire time because they're not shooting anything. So you get this whole little section where they're just, like, going with you through this whole museum. And I mean, to be fair, Lil Zircon needs his education. He's going to be a very important figure in terms of his collegiate degree later on in the series, if Rift Apart has anything to say about it, that is. So, I can just do a high jump right here, right? Yes, I can. I don't know why I got a skill point for that, but we do want to jump on this guy's back, because if we look at the map, there's a Rhino 7 holo plan across the way there, so we're going to go see if we can get it. It is ill-advised. That means somebody tried it, yeah, for sure. It wouldn't be ill-advised unless someone tried it, so... Thanks, Talwin. I'm not even looking for the rest of this stuff right now. I'm looking for that thing over there, but how do I get to it? Let's try some hover booting without falling off, ideally. There we go. Easy as that.
One more piece of the plan, and you'll be the owner of a brand new Rhino 7.
Nice. And the last piece of the plan, unfortunately, is in the second to last little section of the game, and that is after the museum tour. So we'll, yeah, we'll have to do something about that, I guess. What's on the other side of this, anyway? Anything over there that I care about? Crates. I don't really know that I care about crates. Where's my infobot? There he is. Dude, where's my car? Got him. take him with us over here. Because if we look at this, and then we'll turn the bolt crank after that.
The largest known land animal of planet Sargasso. Troglosaurs have an average weight of 21 tons and are so big that they can be seen from space.
Wow.
These peaceful herbivores are harmless, except for when the occasional explorer or picnic enthusiast ends up stuck to the bottom of their massive feet.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem, I think. Okay, let's toss you down. And then turn this bad boy. And this will actually change the exhibit. It will drop the Troglosaur's head down so you can get on top of him and then get over to that infobot section over there. So, but we have a little bit of time to do it, but that's okay. We should be able to get it from here, so. Just gotta slowly meander our way across the Troglosaur's back, like we did in Tools of Destruction. And then we'll get there.
We're about to enter the ventilation shaft.
Is this an exhibit?
Lack of funding, we will be taking a detour around the now empty bolt exhibit and raritanium wing.
Gee, I wonder why that's empty. Couldn't be because you filled it full of actual bolts and raritanium, could it? Oh boy. Anyway. That guy's more excited to build it than you are to get it. It's just because of the fact that I don't get to use it for very much, to be honest. It is a very powerful weapon, but, might as well let the plumber have a little fun, you know? He's been stuck in a vault for 6 hours, so I'd be 6 game hours, so it's probably been even longer in actual universe. I'd be pretty excited to do something at that point, like that isn't just sitting around in the dark. Alright, there's that. Let's grab you and head along. Oh, that's a dead end right there. Alright, so that means we're gonna go this way instead.
You are now entering our Zero-G Galactorium. This room celebrates the Solana Galaxy, birthplace of former President Copernicus Quark.
Yeah, I don't think they ever mentioned how he became not the galactic president anymore, but he probably got voted out. It happens.
The Galactorium boasts an interactive replica of Dr. Nefarious's Biobliterator.
Interactive?
Grab leap onto any planet to begin the experience.
Alright, sure. So, yeah, they're actually going to use the Zero-G. And you could use the turret if you want at this point, but I think we'll try to just do this with normal stuff. That could be a problem to Robot. Because I'm kind of organic matter. Oh, well, that explains a lot.
We cannot let the device lock into our position.
Hang on, I'll grab you to another planet.
There you go. So yeah, just keep leaping to different planets and blow it up. It's not really that involved.
Experience terminated.
Okay.
Good show. You have completed the experience without a single biobliteration.
But isn't that going to cost you guys millions of dollars to replace? Okay, apparently it's not a big deal. Alright, anyway. Since that's the case, let's tether our way over here. I think the infobot actually went over that way once we got rid of him on the platform, so he's fine. We'll collect him up in a moment. Yeah, he's over there, so. Ooh, I recognize that guy.
The Wigwam. This carnivorous creature burrows deep underground and has 10 eyes, 14 legs, and teeth that can crush rock.
Nasty
this
customer.
Was shot while quietly napping in a cave.
Yeah, actually, Clank, Quark, and Nefarious did that. Man, you guys did pretty nice work on it. That's practically what it looked like in the thumbnail from that one episode of All for One, way back in the day. I think we were going to originally record All for One when it came out in 2011, because it came out in like October of 2011, and I got it like on release, thinking I was going to record it right there. And we recorded a few episodes, but we kind of fell off of it. It wasn't that it was bad, it just wasn't incredible. So. Well...
in the reparation of the Dimensionator.
It's only temporary, Tal. He's agreed to come quietly as soon as his sister is safe.
And if he doesn't, I will make him.
No choice.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a problem. Alright, yeah, if we take a look at our map, Not a whole lot going on right here for right now. I will tell you there's another Rhino Hollow plan over there, but we'll be going there later. First we got to get through the rest of the museum, and as you can see, the Dimensionator is right over there. Yeah, he's pretty chill about being carried around. I mean, I guess to be fair, he doesn't have to, you know, hover around. This probably saves a little fuel on his part. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's kind of cool looking. Some sort of weird, like, water droplet painting thing. It's probably some sort of proof of concept that Insomniac did for, like, water physics or something, but it's kind of cool. Let's see. Don't know what's in this section exactly, but maybe he'll tell us.
Mrs. Zircon is going shopping.
Hold on, Infobot. I've got a little bit of cleaning to do. A little extra raritanium. Cool. I probably should use the quantum repulsor, though, to make sure I get the extra raritanium out of it. But it's not that huge of a deal. If we fully upgrade the dual Omni Blasters, I'll be okay with it. If we don't, I'll still be okay with it. So, I've upgraded all the weapons I actually care about upgrading at this point, so in terms of their raritanium count. It's really just the Fusion Bomb, the Zircons, and the Terrorizer. If you have those done, then you really don't need anything else in the game, to be honest. Ah, the Dan Johnson exhibit.
Here stands the heroic figure of Dan Johnson. Mr. Johnson once lived on a primitive planet called Earth, where he mixed techno music, raised cats, and discovered the often overlooked secret of enjoying life. Go outside, meet friends, and share their company while consuming delicious food and a sparkling beverage.
Rest in peace, Dan. Thank you for your service in creating this series and getting it to where it is. Balius, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. That's the second month. You are now dichromatic. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome back as well. We are exploring the Intergalactic History Museum in Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus. Taking a little family day trip with the Zircons. You know how it goes.
The Hall of Villainy. If you see your face here, chances are you did not listen to your mother while you were growing up.
No kidding. Let's take a look back at some of the villains that have plagued our heroes throughout the series so far.
Chairman Drek. This cunning blog attempted to create his own planet using pieces of innocent worlds. He was thwarted by none other than Ratchet and Clank.
That's me. They're talking about me. Is it really stealing when you can get it without being stopped or tried? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's... It depends on how the law interprets it, I would suppose. I'm not really sure. Zircon's probably the best weapon Insomniac could have created. They did really well with him. He's easily the best synthenoid in the series, especially in this game where he gets his entire family along for the ride, so...
Media magnate Gleeman Vox ran a crooked battle arena called Dread Zone for years before it was shut down by Ratchet and Clank. The void left by the show's cancellation was replaced by a continuous loop of Lance and Janice, episode 10,972, titled, I Like You, but I Don't Like You, Like You.
Sounds about as torturous as the entire experience of Dread Zone. Oh, we know this guy.
Dr. Nefarious, a vile, evil, ruthless supercriminal who put multiple galaxies in jeopardy. His most notable offense was his attempt to misuse the Great Clock for his own twisted purposes.
Still think that was kind of a shallow excuse for why he was doing that, but...
Top of the galaxy's most wanted list.
Despite the fact that he actually somewhat helped us in All for One, but, you know, that's... I don't think they'd want to put that in the history books. And we'll talk about him last. We know this guy, too.
Emperor Percival Tachyon was one of the most dangerous tyrants in the history of the Polaris Galaxy. A Cragmite filled with contempt for Lombaxes. He took control of Polaris while he hunted for the elusive Lombax secret, used to transport his kind into another dimension.
And it didn't exactly end well for him, but if he was still around, this museum definitely wouldn't exist. He'd have the whole thing to himself, and it wouldn't be a Hall of Villainy.
Stuart Zergo was a self-proclaimed criminal mastermind who set out to frame Captain Quark. His capture resulted in an unfortunate fall from an elevated bridge. He suffered 3 broken ribs.
I was going to say, let's wait for this to be done, and I'll tell you what this guy's deal is.
Damage to his pride. He now suffers a fate worse than Zordoom prison. 50 years house arrest with his mother Lucille.
Damn. I heard she lives a long time, so that's not going to end too well for him. So Stuart Zergo was the main villain of Ratchet & Clank Full Frontal Assault. We did not play that for the stream because it barely has a story, but you may recognize him if you've seen some of the classic trilogy because he's actually the Quark superfan from Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. He became a villain after Going Commando because... Okay, see you, Steve.
Go on next door to see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, he became a villain after Going Commando because apparently he fell a little out of grace with Quark after Quark became a hero again. I don't really know the details, and I don't care because Full Frontal Assault is not exactly a game that I personally would want to play.
Welcome to the
So.
Groovatron Experience Room.
Oh, good.
Developed by GromoNet Industries, the Groovatron weapon forces its victims into a hypnotic state with uncontrollable fits of dancing.
Of course they got the Valkyrie
Or even
bots
worse,
to do
a
this.
social media video resulting in lifelong shame and embarrassment.
Why wouldn't they get the Valkyrie bots to do this? I hope they're... I mean, obviously they're models. They're not the actual Valkyries, but... yeah. Hey, Marie, how's it going? You were late and still didn't miss the museum. How's Talwyn taking us going thief? I mean, she's kind of like, well, I mean, I guess if there's no choice in the matter, I suppose we gotta do what we gotta do, but... yeah, it's not like... we're not at an impasse with her, if that's what you're asking, so... Anyway, we gotta activate the experience because it'll pull these platforms down for us, so... and I'll fail at getting on top of them. Of course! I'm not even worried about the bolt crates anymore at this point. We've got everything we need in terms of bolts, so I'm not even concerned. It's fine. But yeah, Talwyn's... I feel like there's some, like... friction there, but it's not like actual like, well, either you work with me or you work with them. She understands that there's more to it than that. I suppose that's a good thing. Hate to be at an impasse with her. So, well. Alright, well, that's not too bad then. Okay, I just gotta get around to this section. Oh god. Please, thank you. Gotta get around to this section so we can go get the Dimensionator. We'll do that. Actually, yeah, I don't even care about that part, so...
This luxury escape pod has a magnificent hollow screen, built-in wet bar, VG9000 game system, and Massageotronic seats.
Fancy.
The series was recalled after it was discovered when operating all features simultaneously, the pods would explode.
Not good. I was going to say, it's not a wonder Quark liked using that one back in Tools of Destruction so much. He just wanted an excuse. He said, I'll just regress in character development as an excuse to test this thing out. Maybe he's the reason why it exploded? I don't know. They didn't really say, but it's funny.
Now entering the Lombax History Wing.
You have a history wing for me? Well, my race, but, you know. And over there is another Tachyon thing, and also the Dimensionator, so we'll head that way. But first... let's get a little info from our other friends, well, former friends.
He was a great Lombax until shame and anger got the best of him. To many, he is the villain who put the universe in jeopardy for selfish reasons. To others, he is a hero whose only crime was wanting to correct a mistake.
I suppose time will tell which opinion dominates the other.
Ratchet and Clank are intergalactic heroes from the Solana galaxy and have saved the universe countless times from tyrants like Dr. Nefarious and Emperor Tachyon.
I believe they captured our heroic side.
I don't know, Ratchet kind of looks a little Uncanny Valley in that statue. Clank's one looks pretty good, but yeah, Ratchet's... it looks like his head is a little small. Maybe that's just me, like a little narrow. Maybe that's just me, though. Why would you use all those features at once? I don't know. If Quark was the one that did it, because it's Quark. But if not, I don't know. Maybe Stuart Zergo used them all at once? I got nothing. Anyway, here's the Dimensionator, so let's grab it. Just hop all over the screen there, Ratchet, like an actual wild animal.
Nefton, I have the Dimensionator. How do I get it to you?
Step away from the windows.
He must have
What?
acquired some sort of hydraulic zipline, or...
Yeah, hydraulic.
So much pain.
That guy is not getting a break. I hope he's getting a bonus after this.
Sorry.
Well, there's Nefton and Quark in the Dimensionator, and here come the Nethers.
The Dimensionator is the only thing that can send them back to the Netherverse. They must be here to destroy it.
Then I guess we have to destroy them, don't we? You know, before Mr. I gets here and wreaks havoc across everything. There's so much pain. And, yeah, you can't... He never gets out of the wall. What a champ. He took one for the team in multiple places. You could just sit here and watch him flail helplessly forever if you want. But I think I'll leave him be because, well, we got to take care of the Nethers, so let's go do that. Tugs for less. Nice, yeah. Always taking one for the team. Oh, there's Mr. I. Well, shit.
Please stop by the gift shop and grab a copy of former President Quark's memoir, Muscles, Memories, and Masks. My Life as a Legend. Now available for free.
Gee, I wonder why they would make it free. If we destroy the Nethers, why do we have to send them back? I don't know if Mr. I is destroyable. He might be too big. And to be fair, the Nethers that we've been killing, they may not have been destroyed either. They may have just retreated into the Netherverse to recover. So I think the idea is to send them back to that dimension without killing them so that we don't, like... Because potentially they have an important purpose in the ecosystem in the Netherverse. So we kind of don't want to end all life in another dimension. That would be a little bit hard to justify. So I can, however, blast them with my weapons until they fall over and hope that that will work. So wonder how much compensation or pay he gets after this is all said and done. Again, I hope he gets a good chunk because that man has taken one for the team more times than I can count at this point. So... Alright, gift shop. Oh, apparently the Nethers want a gift as well. But I don't know if they're going to get one. Oh, okay. They're taking care of business for me without me even being involved, so that's good. Alright, I think that's it for the Nethers for now. It seems to me like the damage dealt to you... Whoa. The damage dealt to you in this one is less of a matter of, like, legend difficulty doesn't make it so that they deal a lot more damage to you. I think it more affects enemy aggression. They do deal more damage to you, but by this point in the game, if you have V3 weapons and you have, you know, all that stuff, you're probably in pretty good shape, and the best armor. I see that. Alright, so let's take the air taxi over, and we'll see what we can do to help out the city. Or we'll find the last piece of the Rhino 7 holo plan, and then I will make a very quick... retreat out of the city to go get it forged. There was raritanium in the gift shop. That was a supply mix-up, oh, probably. Yeah. And they retreat into the Netherverse. Why do we need the Dimensionator? Because they won't stay there. So, yeah. If they retreat, because we need the Dimensionator to send them back there permanently because the walls of the dimensions are wearing thin, so they won't... If they won't stay there, we have to force them there. And that's why we need the Dimensionator, if that makes any sense. So, as you can see, the Nethers are kind of wrecking shit around here, so that's not good.
Done. I'll do what I can from the air to support you. Just be careful.
Okay, can do. If you didn't buy the Trachnoid armor by now, well, you could from here, so... Right here, but I did that already. So now our objective is to defeat all 4 Nether Brutes. I'm going to defeat approximately 0 of them, I think, because if I remember right, the Rhino 7 piece is, like, right nearby, so I will see what I can do about that. Let's grab that. I got 2. Okay, so we're missing exactly 1 raritanium to finish this off, but that's okay. We got some extra range on the Omni Blasters, and we'll finish that off once we get 1 more. Shouldn't be too hard to find. We got plenty of stuff to give us raritanium, so just imagine buying a piece of raritanium from a gift shop for like 5 bolts or something. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a souvenir to bring home, that's for sure. Do not be careful. Okay, can do. Yeah, they give you a whole little section to go blasting around here.
We must destroy them.
Well, okay, there's our last raritanium. I was gonna say, well, Clank, we don't gotta worry about it because the Zircons are on the case for us, so... Anyway, the last piece of the holo plan is up there, so we're going to go grab that right now. If I remember right, this is kind of hard to get to, though. Because you got to kind of, like... See, because you can't quite get to this... You're supposed to be able to grab this ledge. Oh, okay. the ledge that's directly below me there. You're supposed to be able to grab it and then pull yourself up. But instead of that, for some reason you can't really grab it that easily, so you have to kind of like jump here and then jump up from there. It's more complicated than it has to be, basically. But yeah, we got our last piece of Raritanium. We can get the Rhino 7 now, so Talwyn, hold them off. I'm going to make a little pit stop. Sure she's going to be thrilled at that. Alright, and there we go. We're done. We're 100% complete on all 5 of the weapons that we're using here. Now it's just a matter of if the Rhino 7 has any upgrades. But if it does, don't worry about it, because it's pretty easy to get Raritanium with it, as I'll show you in a little bit. Excuse me. Hey, Dark Tempo Storm, how you doing? Welcome. Gonna need the Nether Beast and Nether Blades to get the skill point against Big Mr. I. I will keep that in mind, because I am definitely not getting all the skill points on this playthrough. If I decide to do it on my own time, I will keep it in mind, though, so thank you for the tip. Appreciate it. You can, by the way, very easily raise weapon experience by just using them against the final boss and then dying. He gives lots of weapon experience, so if you've been wanting to get other stuff to V3, well, you can by just doing that, so. And I believe Dark Tempo Storm followed? Yes, he did. They did. Sorry, don't know your gender. Shouldn't assume. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. You got Monster Hunter Rise yesterday, Lifeblood, and this game is godlike. You would have paid double. Nice. I've heard good things about it, so glad you're enjoying it. Still need Rise? No problem. Nether Beast has a mystery upgrade that enables a count. Oh, okay. That actually sounds pretty useful. It's like I've been saying, though, a lot of the weapons in this game are pretty solid. Like, it doesn't really matter which ones you purchase. I usually prefer to get the ones that you can get on the first 3 planets in the game, because they're easy to upgrade to V3. But the other ones, if you put some time and investment into them, they can also get to V3 by this point. And, yeah, it does. They can do some pretty good stuff if you upgrade them with Raritanium and stuff, so. Now, if you need Raritanium to upgrade extra weapons, well, you'll want to get the Rhino 7, because as I'll show you, it does have Raritanium skill tree upgrades, and they are pretty good for farming Raritanium, especially in this little section here where all the nether brutes are attacking. You can kind of farm Raritanium there with them, and then fall off a cliff before defeating the last one, and then it'll respawn you, and all the nethers will respawn, and then you can keep grinding up Raritanium for them. So, yeah, this last planet is really good for grinding weapons and Raritanium up, so you can get them all to V3 before you go on to New Game Plus, if that's what you want to do. Me personally, I'm just going to beat the game, but yeah, if you want to do it that way, you can. You click 17-3. You actually get to ride the monster and attack other monsters with them. Ooh, that's pretty cool. No tiny knife backstab. Careful, though. Any damage you take from enemies will trigger the Nether Beast to hit recently damaging enemies. Okay, I'll keep that in mind as well, because that's... the mechanics of it, I'm sure, can be a little wonky to get used to, but I'll get used to them. So, once I do it. You used up all of your uses of the demo. Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. Yes, bots. Let me take care of that real quick. Why would you buy followers? Just get them normally, forehead. There you go. It's not that hard. Just keep playing stuff, and eventually you'll get them. Also, nice. Thank you, Balius, for gifting Dark Tempo Storm a subscription. I appreciate that. I'm moving my way right up with this little bit of extra money that I'm getting out of each subscription. I got another payout. When did I get my last payout? It was my second payout of my Twitch career. This was in the beginning of August, I want to say. So, and we're working our way up pretty good with these little extra subscriptions. I mean, it's $2.50 here and there, so it works pretty good. It eventually adds up. So, thank you. I appreciate all the help you guys have had with getting me a little closer to getting that little pay. So, Mr. Plumber, I have some plans. Again, please do not give these to the smuggler.
Here you go. One Rhino 7 super weapon.
That is a very large super weapon, yes. So here's the Rhino 7. It's a missile launcher, just like the rest of them. It starts with 1,000 ammo, so that's fun. It can upgrade to V3. We will try to do that as we go, but I don't think it's going to get there. It might get to V2. That would be about as far as I'm expecting it to get. And when you shoot this thing, well, if you didn't get the one in A Crack in Time, which we did not, then you won't know that they started doing something with the rhinos starting in A Crack in Time, where they play music when you shoot them. In A Crack in Time, it played Ride of the Valkyries. Yes, that actual classical track. And in this game, It plays Night on Bald Mountain when you shoot it. And it basically shoots a bunch of fireworks, essentially. So, there you go. There's your Rhino 7. The only real problem with this thing is that it's like Marie said there, it liquidates ammo, essentially. So that's why you need the 1,000. But in addition to that, you cannot get ammo for it from ammo crates at all. So you actually have to come back and purchase it from the vendor in order to get ammo for it. So use it somewhat sparingly if you can. Try to use it on the largest enemies that you fight, because it will... Not only does it liquidate ammo, it also liquidates anything in front of you. So that, that helps a little bit. Also, that's why we still have the 300,000 bolts, because that'll make it very easy to just go back and buy ammo for it. So he built that thing pretty fast, yeah, that's for sure. One thing the Nether Beast can do only is attack the enemy who just hit Ratchet first. Okay. The one Rhino that had the most was the Rhino 5 with 5,000 Rhino rockets, but the Rhino 4 has a massive ammo pool. Yeah, the Rhino 5 has a huge amount, and it lets you play through basically the entire main melody that everybody remembers of Ride of the Valkyries if you just shoot off all 5,000 while holding down the fire button, so, yeah. Yeah, the Rhino 4 had a lot. I never fully got the Rhino 4, because I never got all holo plans for it, but I never really needed it, I guess, so. That is an extra nachos Bel Grande at Taco Bell, yeah. Something like that. RMT in a nutshell, like the people in your FC in 14 who've said they buy Gil, it's not worth it in your eyes. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever buy that. That seems way counterintuitive to me. Oh, before we go, let's take a look at the upgrades menu. We can't actually upgrade anything on the Rhino 7 for right now, but it does have a skill tree, and it's a skull and crossbones. Because of course it is. But this is the reason why it's going to be so easy to farm Raritanium, because it has an entire section of the skill tree dedicated exclusively to getting Raritanium from enemies, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gets Raritanium pretty easily, even at V1. Not quite as easily as the Zircons and Quantum Repulsor combo, but it's still pretty simple to do it, and it probably kills things faster than that combo does, so in combination with the Zircons, that is. So if you need Raritanium for it, yeah, get that and then go nuts. So, Ride of the Valkyries. I have to say I agree with the music choice. The Rhino 5 had this sweet 4th of July music. Yeah, it was great. The musicians involved, the composers involved, they didn't have David Bergeau on board, but they said, you know what? Let's tie it directly to one of the antagonists of the game. Let's just make it play Ride of the Valkyries, because it just makes too much sense with the Valkyries being in the game already, so... Would you benefit from saving Raritanium until you have the 7, then just use it to get it all back? Yes, you could do that. Yep. You could very well save a few Raritanium, get the Raritanium upgrades on the Rhino 7, and then just grind with it and get all of it back. Especially since we're going back to Igliak, and this is the perfect place to grind Raritanium. There's lots of nethers. They can all drop Raritanium for you. They get you lots of weapon experience, so yeah. I would say yes, it's a pretty good idea. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We are just about ready to head to the finale. We just built the Rhino 7, and now we're going to head to the center of planet Igliak on Meridian City, because the planet's being attacked by nethers, and we need to stop them, so that's what we're going to go do. Rhino 8 should have sweet victory from that one SpongeBob episode. I don't know what the Rhino 8 has, if it even has music. I'm not 100% sure. It's in Rift Apart, though, so that's why I don't know, because I haven't played Rift Apart, so there's one of the gold bolts if you want to go grab it. I don't think I personally need it, but it's up and around and all over the place, so... The Winterizer was pretty hilarious right on shooting it, but you have to give it to the Nightmare Box with the Clown Ghoul. Yeah, I had a choice to make. I could either take the Winterizer or I could take the Nightmare Box, and when I first played the game, I took the Winterizer, and it's really powerful once you get it to V3. It like, makes things in a snowman really quickly, unless they're, like, the largest possible enemies you could fight. But the Nightmare Box is just so much cooler to me. I love it so much. It's great. You can use it to decoy enemies. You can use it to get some extra damage. It frightens things. It's such a cool weapon, man. It's great. I don't know where it just went, though. Spook him! And then I'm going to blast this guy while you guys blast that guy. Oop. Yeah, the quantum section of the repulsor even happens when they're really far away from you like that, so it's pretty good. Oh, here comes another brood. I guess they hit him with a charge pulse, so that's good. Yeah, the Zircons deal quite a lot. I'm not even going to bother with the Terrorizer, it's fine. Zircons deal quite a lot of damage, in case that wasn't immediately obvious. 5 Raritanium from those Nether Brutes, so that's pretty good. I think it's one time, though. I don't think they respawn if you die, so... yeah. It's a pretty good investment, though. It'll get you quite a bit for the Rhino.
To locate a 3 3/4 cubit hexagonal washer.
Oh, goddammit, not that thing again!
How did you know that?
Experience.
Just a guess.
Yeah, they need to repair the Dimensionator. I guess they got Pollux helping them work on that. Alright, let's refill on ammo, and we got enough Raritanium now to have the Rhino 7 actually do some work, so let's have the Rhino 7 do some work. When the Clown Ghoul isn't spitting at anything, its music plays. Yeah, and it's like that toy box music, isn't it? Like where you're like those ones that are like the Jack-in-the-Boxes that were before my time, but like old school Jack-in-the-Box where you'd crank them up and then it'd pop out. So, yeah, that's that. I haven't really stopped to listen to that, honestly, but yeah, there you go. You have more turkey burgers and yogurt. Nice. That should be pretty good. Took a nap probably a few minutes before the stream and was woken up by your mom for something she wanted your help with. Gotcha. Well, hopefully it get that done pretty quick, so that way you don't have to worry about it too much. The combo works so well. It's a crime. So horror music, yes, exactly. Perfectly appropriate considering the weapon, yes. Alright, so now we got all those Raritanium upgrades. We can start working on ammo. Each of these gives an extra 10% ammo. And that's like lots and lots of exclamation points, because that means this thing is going to have a ton of ammo available for it. As you can see here, we're at 1,300 now, and it's just going to keep going. So, which way do we go now? Which way do I go, George? Which way do I go? I could get that gold bolt, but I don't need it. We don't need to collect them up. By the way, you don't get kicked immediately into challenge mode when you beat the game. Ooh, I must have missed that. You can go back and redo the final boss if you want before you beat the game. So if you want to go back and collect all the gold bolts before you go into challenge mode, you're perfectly capable of doing that. So if you don't collect them all, don't worry about it. Yeah, all around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. That one. Yes, probably that one. If you were to shoot many ghouls, one might become a clown ghoul. Yeah. And that hopefully would spook my enemies more than it would spook me. So, I love the Nightmare Box and the Terrorizer. They're such a cool weapon. I think I went on the record before saying that I think I like the Nano Swarmers a little bit better, but honestly, I might have to retract my statement. I'm pretty sure I like the, what's it called? The Terrorizer better, to be honest. Yeah, these guys don't last very long with the Rhino 7 shooting at them, so. As you can plainly see,
I understand this must be frustrating. Fighting an onslaught of deadly nethers while we work here, ensconced in the safety of the Meridian City Racquetball Club, providing seemingly arbitrary progress updates.
Are you guys done yet?
I forgot where I was going with this.
Yeah, then don't clutter up the channel if you don't know where you're going with that. But yeah, we've already got 11 Raritanium, so we can fully upgrade the V1 Rhino 7 at this point in terms of its Raritanium skill tree just from what we just did. So, let all ye non-believers know this thing is hella fucking powerful. As is my wrench when it connects with a Meridian City dome, apparently. Just knock that guy flat on his ass. My bad! Casually breaks the fourth wall. I need more ammo! Yeah, it's like I need more mana, except... Actually, that's almost exactly the same.
Looks like you got enough Raritanium for an upgrade.
You were woken up about 10 minutes-ish ago, helped your mom, and decided since you were woken up already, you'd join the stream. Okay, well that makes sense, yeah. What if the Clown Ghoul wasn't near enemies and outside of combat? We could do that, yeah. I could just do that to check it out so we can maybe listen to the music and see if it still plays it. So, I don't see why not, right? Alright, so let's top that off, and now any Raritanium that we get is just a bonus that we can use on the Rhino 7 if it manages to get to V2. You get the other bone at V2 on this skull and crossbones look here. I don't know how well you can see it because it's a little dark on the stream, it looks like, so... But you get the other bone for V2, and then the rest of the skull is at V3. So, not that we'll get it to V3 on screen, but you know. I'm trying to hear it beneath all of the music that's playing from this area, so I think it's playing, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I can definitely hear a little bit of, like, weird, like, funhouse music going on in the background, though. So, it is that song, yeah. So, yep, there you go. It's creepy as fuck. I love My Little Nightmare, it's great. Okay, next one. Where's the next one? It is... I'm going to go this way and then go around, I think. That little grind section there we can actually go to in a little bit, but we're not quite there yet, so we have to defeat all of the nether brutes first. Last time you played this game, you were laughing way too much when the clown ghoul stopped. Hey, what do you know? First shot. Yeah, exactly. You got it right! That's for sure. Alright, let's grab a little ammo and blast our way over. And let's get out the Zircon family. I will also terrorize, because that seems like it'd be useful. There we go. It'll still even scare those guys too, so even these big guys, so don't worry about that. I think sometimes you can even get 2 Raritanium out of them if you have enough Raritanium upgrades in place. So. Just trying to demo and see if there is a song playing underneath this one, so... Can't hardly hear it if it is, but... no brood over here, though, it looks like, so I guess we'll head this way. Yeah, he'd be over here somewhere. Pennywise made it to space, yeah. And that's even creepier.
Flee before Mrs. Zircon.
Apparently, Mrs. Zircon has been watching reruns of Zod instead of reruns of Lance and Janice. Don't know which one I would prefer, to be honest. Looks like there's another brood over there, but let's see what's up here first. Oh. Fancy, it makes me go upside down. Haven't done that in a while. Okay, let's see where this takes me. 'Cause why not? Probably takes me to a gold bolt of some kind. Oh no, I know where this takes me. Okay. Alright. Let's take care of business up here. Yeah, this takes us to another nether brood, actually, so... As you can see. Yeah, he's not lasting very long. Eventually we'll get this thing to V2, and then I'll be able to, you know, do some upgrading with it again. Raritanium cluster down there. I'm gonna see if I can go grab that, actually. Okay, we'll go kill something. Jeez. Just give me a minute, man. We can't all kill everything all the time. So, yeah, so much damage. Look at all the damage. Now that's a lot of damage. Yes, it is. Actually, I think this is the route to the gold bolt, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Might be over here. Because we definitely saw it somewhere around here. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Hang on, I guess I can give you a better view there. Excuse me, Zircon Jr. Yeah, there's the other gold bolt right over there, so if you want to go collect it, it's out in that direction. You probably just have to, like, hit up one of the little sections here to get there. Why am I even breaking crates at this point? I don't even need them. Last nether brood is over here, it looks like. And there's Mr. I, just standing there taunting me. So we'll see what we can do about that. Hi there. Have a terrorizer. Just try to keep the reticle on him, that's the most important thing. And there you go, there's the nether broods taken care of. But there's Mr. I, so... Then I guess we know what we need to do. Oop, hang on. After we take care of these guys, of course. Okay. 32 Raritanium, and I've barely even been trying at this point. So yeah, again, if you need Raritanium for any of your weapons, this planet is a good place to get it. So. I am breaking the crates out of habit. That's probably true. So. Excuse me. But yeah, we can get over to where Neftin and the rest of them are if we take this little speedway. And then we can see what his progress is on the Dimensionator. And we can also buy some ammo when we're over there, so don't worry about it too much if you're a little low. We won't need it in this little section. Because we're on a freeway, and it's a high-speed chase, so just float on over the cars because we can. I love this little section. It's just so, like... it feels like there's, like, some timing to it, so it's almost like a little jumping puzzle or, like, a hoverboot puzzle. And I appreciate that.
Neftin, how's it going with the Dimensionator?
Just a little while longer.
Okay. So, I guess they've got some stuff going on. Quark,
A grumble that vendor with more whippy weapons for you. Ha ha ha.
Quark looks like he's seen some shit. That's his default pose, I believe, from All for One. And I don't know what the hell he's doing, but whatever. Anyway, here's the final vendor and final armor vendor of the game. So if you need to make some purchases, make some Raritanium purchases, buy armor that you haven't gotten before this, now would be a very good time to do so. Let's see. This thing's almost V2. I might, like, actually die on purpose in this section to get this thing to V2 so I can show at least what the V2 upgrades are. We'll see. If only I could figure out where that music with the clown ghoul is, I'd be listening to it. Look up what Marie had there, was saying earlier, because I think the song itself is called Pop Goes the Weasel, but just look up the lyrics, and it starts with All Around the Mulberry Bush, so... Yeah, I think it's just Pop Goes the Weasel. I don't know about the other ones, but I know that one in particular, so... but yeah, if you need to buy extra armor to get your Trachnoid armor, if you didn't have it at this point, I don't know why, but there you go. Quark always had that pose in both All for One and Full Frontal Assault. Yeah, I remembered it from All for One, but I've never played Full Frontal Assault, so my knowledge of that was fairly limited. But he's in his idle pose, so... Alright, you guys just stand here looking whatever that's supposed to look like. I'm gonna go beat the final boss now. Or die, but, you know. Now remember, you can't refill on ammo with this thing when you, what's it called? Unless you get it upgraded. So once it gets to level 2, it will refill and max out on its ammo. So, yeah, there's that. Hey, John, how's it going? Yeah, happy daylight savings. I'm glad to get the extra hours sleep, that's for sure. So Mr. I has a unique interaction, you may have just seen it there, with the Terrorizer. He will actually get scared, but then he'll immediately destroy it. So it will just, if it has the pyrocytic payload at the end, it'll deal a little bit of extra damage to him, so, yeah. I think that's cool. I think that it's cool that he has a unique interaction with it that isn't, like, silly, where he just gets distracted by it, you know, so. Right, let's keep going with this thing, get it to V2. If I can keep on target, that is. Oops, I didn't jump in time for that. There we go, V2, extra 50% power. We'll max out on our ammo for it, and we get some new upgrades available. That's fun. Yeah, but it maxed out. I just used a little of the ammo after the fact, so I guess we'll just keep doing this. Keep the Terrorizer in mind, though, because it still has a purpose in this boss fight, so... I'm just going to use up all my Rhino 2 ammo first before I, you know, use it. Uh-oh. Problem! Oh. Yeah, he'll try to shoot a laser at you in this section, and if you let it hit you, it deals a lot of damage. Like, it will very quickly shred your entire health bar, so... Okay, but it's not just Ratchet taking care of this boss fight. Clank also has a part to play. He has to go find Vendra inside of the Netherverse.
Please tell me where you are.
I don't know where she is, but she's got to be here somewhere. Okay, well, I'll make sure she's not in too bad of shape. So, let me do this, actually. Put this down here. So we got to shove this over here. So let's put that there. There we go. Now I won't get damaged when I do this either. So. And then, just for safekeeping, let's do that. Jump so we don't get damaged by the laser again. Nether weapons. You just remembered fighting Mr. I. I think when Mr. I is startled by a ghoul, he scares it right back into oblivion. Yeah, pretty much. It does still explode and deal damage, though, to him, so that's actually rather nice. It's one of the main things that I like doing in this fight, because it's pretty good against him, actually. That extra little damage that it does. So, let me pull this down a little further. You can pull boxes, by the way, with Clank. You just have to stand on the opposite side of them and then pull them instead of pushing them. Well, I think I hear crying. That's probably Vendra. Not very happy about her current predicament, I would bet. There she is.
How did you find me?
Your brother helped us repair the Dimensionator. Come, it is time to leave this dimension.
I can't. I'm too weak. I need something to help me break the barrier.
I will help you find something.
So now we actually have to find a nether to break the barrier with. So that'll be fun. So that's why we need to have Clank do this part, because he's been kind of our little nether wrangling expert so far. I can't believe that didn't hit me. So we'll let him go wrangle up a nether so we can break Vendra free of her prison while Ratchet fights the final boss. That'll be fun. This will also be fun. So, close one. Try this again. Do that, and then off I'll go. Follow me, little guy. Get along, little doggy. Let this go. And off we'll go. This way. Oh. Okay. Wasn't quite far enough to the side of that one. Oh.
Here,
there we go.
Try this.
Stand back.
Get some raw energy out of this little doggo.
It worked. Bring me another.
Yes, delicious. Another.
Vendra, I am working to free her as we speak.
Okay, you keep that up. I'll just keep, blasting, I suppose. Oh my god.
This guy is not going down easy.
Yeah, you don't say. Here's where the Terrorizer is still useful, because he's got other nethers that will spawn out of those nether spawners on the sides of the arena. If you use the Terrorizer, it will instantly blow them up and make them a lot easier to deal with, so yeah. Still has a use even if he blows it up immediately.
Just fighting an interdimensional monster the size of a spaceport.
So, Tuesday, basically. I can't believe that shockwave didn't hit me. Oh, here it comes again. That one did hit me, though. That's right. Got something stuck in your teeth, bro? Yeah, let's just blast him into oblivion. Use almost the last of our Rhino ammo. And then we'll switch to a different weapon after this. This is why I usually don't use the Rhino, though, because the vast majority of the Rhinos in the series will just shred the final bosses of these games exactly like this, so... But in this particular case, we'll probably have just enough to not quite beat him. We'll use the rest of it on the last section, but then we'll start using actual traditional weapons to beat him. So the fusion bomb, the quantum repulsor, and we should be in good shape. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Though it was I thought it was Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's different depending on what universe you're in, so... Let's see. Yeah, it is a good thing you have 10 nanotech with Clank here, yeah, so you don't get knocked away immediately. So, I don't think the difficulty affects how much damage you take in the Clank section. I think you just take 5 hits no matter what, so... The Nightmare Box hasn't been upgraded to the Terrorizer. Mr. I won't be damaged except on the ghoul scare radius. If you use the second ghoul after he scares away the first one, that other ghoul will attack him. Okay, gotcha. Very interesting how everything interacts with itself in this one. I don't know, usually by this point I have the Terrorizer if I'm using it. I've used it exactly twice, so usually I have it by this point, so I wouldn't really know how the Nightmare Box interacts with it, so. Also, actually no, you take 4 hits apparently, so. That was dangerous. Ow. Ow. Okay, well, we're getting a little iffy on nanotech here, but it's fine. Just free fall. There you go. What do we got? Oh, yeah, definitely don't want to go that way. Oof. Okay. I can't believe I didn't just touch that lava. Alright. Now for this part. So this is the last little Netherverse section. Once we beat this one, we just have to beat the last third of the final boss's health. So we'll see what we can do about this. So I've got to do this again. Now that I've blown up some of those mines, though, this last little bit should be a little easier to deal with. Never mind. Talk shit and get hit, but good checkpoints, so it's fine. And we're back to 10 nanotech, if I recall correctly, as well. So. But it's just the same as the other ones. If you can do this without taking any damage, you get a skill point for it. So we got a skill point for a few of them at this point, but not this one, that's for sure. So. That was not so good either. I cut that one a little too close. It's fine, though. We'll be fine. Nether Doggo will be fine. Wow. Stay away from me, man. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I just prefer letting the gravity do the work for me rather than actually running around in this section. It just seems more fun to me. Okay, we've busted her out. I can understand why. You've been used to see this place, so. Alright, here we go, last section. Whoa. Putting me upside down here, man. Okay, so now we're back to our traditional stuff, so we'll go with the Terrorizer. Oh my god, he's got a laser. And then we'll go with the Fusion Bomb to start with, and then after we're done with the Fusion Bomb, we'll go from there. I think the Zircons blew up. Hang on. Yeah, there's plenty of ammo to be had because the ammo vendors will slowly restock on themselves, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think that was a melee attack. Not really sure, though. And here's where we use the Terrorizer to get rid of the little spawners. I guess we'll go with the Quantum Repulsor since we're out of ammo with the other one. But yeah, on Legend difficulty, he has a little bit of health. That's for sure. He also really doesn't like the Zircon family. He keeps blowing them away, that's for sure. Oh, we got more Fusion Bomb back. Good. Those nano clusters, the parasitic ones that come with the Fusion Bomb, do not underestimate them. They do a lot of damage. So. Alright, a little bit last thing. How about we scare him to death? Yeah, that wasn't quite enough. There we go. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead now. He just had to finish his little animation. And that's it! Final boss defeated. Yeah, they did get deleted, yeah. Just a little bit.
Quickly shut off chat here so I can check the thumbnail.
Hurry!
Delete this man from our existence!
Find the Netherverse.
Now, go home and never come back. Whenever you're ready. There you go. I am surprised that that is not sucking up the rest of the city. That's a pretty solid singularity they got going on there. Why? Well, now we just got to repair the walls of our dimension, and that might take a little while. Oh boy.
Nev?
It's all right. I'm here. It's just us now.
I was horrible to you. Why did you protect me?
You're my sister.
We're family. And that's all that matters. Uh-oh.
Where are we going?
A deal's a deal. We're going to jail.
I will not go to jail!
Vendra, shut up. We're going to jail and that's final.
Well, at least he was good on his word.
No.
Have you learned nothing? Oh, well. Well, all in a day's work, right?
Yep.
It
I
was.
assume it is no longer functional.
No.
Nope.
Wah, wah. Ow.
You know, I just can't catch a break.
Even if you wanted to look for the Lombax at this point, I think we're pretty much foobar on that plan.
I am sorry.
That's okay.
If the Dimensionator was functional, would you use it?
To find the Lombaxes? I don't know. There was a time I would have said yes, but at this point, there's more for me here than over there.
Got a girlfriend, got an irreplaceable sidekick. We lost a couple of friends, but
Keep her waiting.
sometimes gotta be glad for the family you've got left. Yeah, we should probably take that so that somebody evil doesn't try to use it again. And that's the game, everybody. We are done with the Ratchet & Clank Future Tetralogy. It's been a pretty wild ride, all things considered. Been up and down and all around, and to be honest with you, out of all of them, I think that I have the least amount of gripes with Into the Nexus. A Crack in Time, I still have the problem with its weapons being a little bit stale, but Into the Nexus, really, the main complaint I have for it was that it was too short. It's kind of a double-edged sword, the shortness of this game. It's good because it means that they can kind of take their design and laser focus it on a specific thing. And they did do that with the story and with the weapons and everything. All of the things in this game focus on the concept of loss and how to deal with it and the importance of family in keeping yourself together where you are. So they do that in a lot of different things because the Zircons have a family as you upgrade the weapon. The Netherverse has its own couple. There's a couple of weapons entirely devoted around the Netherverse itself. You've got the Nightmare Box and the Terrorizer for more of the scare factor. So they were laser focused in their design of the weapons. They were laser focused in the story. It was specifically tailored to act as Ratchet kind of act as sort of like a foil for the villains, where they can become basically like, this is what Ratchet would have been if he was evil and he went too far and he, listened to General Azimuth and, went out of his way to actually try to rip a hole in space-time to find the Lombaxes. So they were specifically geared towards that particular story element. But at the same time, it's, like I said, a double-edged sword. It's also the game's greatest weakness because in a lot of ways, you can't really test out a lot of weapons in this one unless you're, playing in challenge mode. Oh yeah, they've got this little mini-game that's happening in the credits where you can move Clank around on the screen and he has to banish little nethers that pop up into the black holes that show up on the thing. It's kind of like Spider, not Spider. Is it Spider? The one with the worm? I forget what that thing's called, but you gotta basically take the nethers into these portals. And if he gets hit by a nether, he respawns. So I'm just gonna let him kind of hang out and fall while I chat my mouth off about this game, so hopefully that's okay. But yeah, it's kind of the game's greatest weakness too, because you can't really... Because it's so short, you can't test out a lot of the weapons to see all the cool things that they did with them. You don't get a whole ton of Raritanium. And the thing about the Raritanium in this game is that I'm glad that it's rarer than it was previously. But with all of the Raritanium upgrades that you can get Raritanium very easily, but you end up farming it in the last area, right? There isn't like a set way where you can get a little bit across the entire game. So, me personally, I think that they need to strike a sort of happy medium with Raritanium in future Ratchet & Clank games, where they do something similar to what they do with a skill upgrade system, that like they did in Tools of Destruction in this game, because I did miss it in A Crack in Time, because in A Crack in Time they kind of just didn't do any of that Raritanium stuff, and it was pretty much just, okay, your weapons are just more powerful as you upgrade them, and that was it. So I did miss the specialization that you could give to a weapon from the Raritanium stuff, but I think that doing it this way, where you end up having to grind to fully upgrade the weapons that you want to use through the game, is a little bit of a misstep as well. The happy medium I would suggest is making Raritanium kind of like a collectible in the actual stage, more akin to something like a gold bolt. So there's like, I don't know, maybe 40 pieces of Raritanium throughout the entire game that you can get. Right. And as you rank up a weapon, so it goes V1, and then it goes to V2, V3, V4, and V5, you can get a piece of Raritanium from a level, and you can give it a special skill in a skill tree based on which upgrade it's at. So, like, let's say in each planet there's 2 pieces of Raritanium, so you get 2. and then you have a weapon and you upgrade it to V2, you can pick one of 2 skills at V2 that differentiates the weapon and specializes it in some way. Then at V3 you can do the same thing. So you essentially, you keep the skill trees that they have, but you make Raritanium as rare as it should be because it has rare in its name. But in addition to that, you also make it so that the skill trees aren't so extensive that you make players feel like they have to farm in order to finish them out. Because this is a platformer, it's not really all about farming. So that would be where I would want them to go with Raritanium going forward in the series. Additionally, I would want them to continue having Ratchet's character arc be the same way that it is here in Into the Nexus, because by the time he's done with this game, he's more of like an accomplished veteran. He's done so much in the series at this point that he's just kind of tired, but at the same time, he knows what he's doing when he has to come back and save the universe from a new threat. So I would like to see his character be kind of continued along that arc, where they sort of use him as like a mentor for any new characters that come into play in the series that may not have as much experience as he does. And if you've played Rift Apart, you probably know where I'm going with that, because as it turns out, in Rift Apart, there are new characters introduced into the series that are less experienced than he is, that have their own character arcs that they go through in the game, and they still use the Raritanium upgrade system. They don't do it the way I said, though. They pretty much keep it one for one the way that it was in Tools of Destruction, which is fine, I guess. There was nothing particularly wrong with it, but it wasn't exactly as... Well, actually, no. Saying it's like it is in Tools of Destruction isn't quite right. It's more like exactly what it is in this game. So, because you get 1 Raritanium from each cluster in Rift Apart, if I recall correctly. So, but in Rift Apart, they kind of don't do that with Ratchet's character. They kind of make him... It kind of recontextualizes his reason for not wanting to go find the Lombax in this one. In this one, you kind of get the impression by the end game that he's pretty much just like, no, you know what, it's fine. It doesn't matter what they think of me. It doesn't matter, you know, they've got their own lives to live in their own dimension that they went to, and I've got my own life to live here. So even if I never see them again, it's okay. I have enough going on for me here that I'm okay with that. But in Rift Apart, they kind of, like, muddle his character with the 2016 remake version, who is essentially a Boy Scout, and they say the reason why he didn't want to find the Lombaxes at the end of Into the Nexus is because he was afraid of what they would think of him. And that's just a really odd choice for Ratchet's character, especially at this point where he's such an accomplished veteran that he's never given a fuck about what anybody thinks of him, even from all the way back at the beginning of the series. So I don't know why they'd muddle him with that. The long story short that I'm getting at is, even if I ever got a PS5, I don't know if I'd want to play Rift Apart, because they didn't exactly take the series in the direction I was hoping for, but maybe I'll change my mind at some point. I see Krunk and Zephyr are having fun in the afterlife.
Spend eternity listening to your darn wailing. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, you got a long time to think about it. Yeah, that's not gonna work, sorry. Gonna have to find new ways of physical slapstick.
Come on, let's go see some of those femdroids down at the robot graveyard.
There are femdroids at the robot Oh, yeah, right, I kinda did kill all the Valkyries in the galaxy, didn't I? Well, I'm sure they'll have fun tonight. Oh boy. I've missed a lot of chat. Let me go take a look at what I missed in chat, because we are done with the game at the moment. And you can access challenge mode if you so choose. You could also just go over here and hit continue game, and it'll spawn you at the very last checkpoint there. So that was lighthearted AF, nice pace breaker. Well, I mean, it's a post-credit scene, so it's just kind of like a little... Just a little something as a little something extra to tell you, hey, I mean, they're dead, but that doesn't mean that they're any different than they were, you know? It's not like the Jedi where they get super serious when they're dead. Hi, Cole. No, I'm good. I just beat the game, so I'm almost done with the stream. So, okay, give me 5 minutes, and then you can have it all to yourself.
I can't wait to move out.
I can understand. Can't believe it's already over. It's been like 3 or 4 streams. Yeah, like I said, I don't think this game is long enough. Another thing I would want them to do going forward in the series is that I think it's okay that they have a collectathon planet and they have an arena planet, because I like both of those in theory. But they can't encroach upon the story planets as well. You would need at least twice the number of planets that have actual story elements going on in your Ratchet & Clank game that this game has. This game has 4 story planets, including a tutorial ship. So I'd want at least 8 for the game to be remotely complete for me. So I think Rift Apart did do that, though, if I recall correctly. I think Rift Apart has 8 story planets, it has an arena, and it has a collectathon planet, if I remember correctly. So that's a good thing, I suppose, that we can put towards it. Disappointing part about how this game is how Krunk and Zephyr died, but in the end you see them as ghosts. Yes, that's true. It's nice to see that they're still a little lighthearted even in the afterlife, so. That's brother-sister style, I think. There we go, that's how family does interact. One sibling telling the other to shut up, yeah. Game on Psylocke with the fight against Neftin was different from the original soundtrack on the Skytrain Station boss phase. Oh, okay. I wonder if they switched it out later in development. What happens to the Prague twins? Oh, they went to jail. So, they went directly to jail. They did not pass go, they did not collect $200. Neftin took Vendra and they went to jail because he was keeping good on his word, so. While you played this game, you went through a full run on Christmas Eve 2014, then went back and earned all trophies. And actually, I should mention that, because one thing that I actually really dig about Into the Nexus in particular, again, it's because of its short length. It's really where all the game's strengths and weaknesses come in. If you're not going to play the original Ratchet & Clank, but you're not sure if you want to get into the series, this would be the game that I would go for. And the reason is because Sony didn't stop PSN support for the PS3 just yet. So you can buy this game for like $10 on the PSN, and it's really short, and it has a pretty easy to get platinum trophy, I would think, all things considered. I mean, you get all the skill points, you get all the, weapons upgraded to, I think they go to V5 in challenge mode, maybe V6, I don't quite know. But yeah, it's pretty simple to do that because you can just go hit continue game at this point, buy all the weapons that you want to buy, grind them up on the final boss to get them to V3, and then just go to challenge mode once you've got all the gold bolts and buy the Omega versions, and there you go. You can just beat the game with whatever you want, and it's got trophy support, so. I know that when I got my physical copy of this game, I bought it for like $20, and it came with Quest for Booty, and I'm not sure if the digital version of the game comes with Quest for Booty. But if it does, all the more reason. It's $10 and you get 2 games out of it that'll last you combined probably like 8 to 10 hours. That's not too bad, and they have some replayability. Maybe not Quest for Booty as much. Its replayability is kind of not there, like, at all to me personally. But this game, I think, has a pretty decent amount of replayability because you can't use all the weapons on your first playthrough. So if you want to test everything out, well, there's challenge mode to go do it, and then you could always just, do this to go collect all the gold bolts if you want before that, so. All in all, like I said, I think out of the 4 games in the tetralogy, a lot of people think the Crack in Time is the best, but I think for me personally, I would say Into the Nexus is my favorite. It has the problem with being locked at 30 FPS, and it is too short. But I do like what's here, and I hope that they continue along with the trend that they have here while iterating on things that may not necessarily work in a platformer style. And I don't know that they necessarily did that in Rift Apart because I have seen all of Rift Apart in a playthrough on YouTube at this point, and it's actually kind of uncanny how much of Rift Apart feels pulled straight from this game and just put large on like a 12 to 15 hour campaign for a Ratchet & Clank game, which is about the length I'd want it to be for a more more recent Ratchet & Clank that's keeping up with the more cinematic, larger world feel that you can get on a higher fidelity console. So, but it's really uncanny. If you play this right before Rift Apart, it'll be like not even night and day. It'll be like night and also night. It'll be incredibly similar in terms of what you see there and what you see here. The weapons are different, sure, and you go to different places, but the mechanical feel of the game, I think, feels very similar, so. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on the Ratchet & Clank Future Tetralogy. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me play through the games as much as I've enjoyed bringing them to you. Again, I think that I have my problems with this series, but I don't think they're bad games in any right. Usually they do pretty well for Ratchet & Clank no matter what, and it's been Sony's cash cow for a long time running now, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. So, yeah, they're pretty good games. I would still recommend them, even if I have my problems with Tools of Destruction and Quest for Booty and A Crack in Time and small nitpicks for this game. I'd still say they're pretty solid. So, again, I think I prefer the classic games more than this, but that's just personal preference. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. We played Pokemon Coliseum for the stream before we started this project, and we will be moving on to its sequel, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got to remember that because it's daylight savings time is over now. So yeah, we'll be moving on to the sequel on Thursday. So thank you for watching, everybody. If I see you over there, or wherever I see you next around the internet, I hope you'll take care and have a good one until then. When we begin another Pokemon adventure, that's what, 3 Pokemon games that I've played? I mean, I guess this year is the 25th anniversary of the series, so it makes some sense. But we might be taking a break from Pokemon after this for a little while, just so I can get my mojo back with it.